Happy spring. Hopefully it's spring where you are and no more snow for a while. Hope. I'm so happy you're here. It's 5 o'clock on a Thursday, Eastern time. And I've really been looking forward to this show because I decided after I did Piano Bar Live with Scott Barberino, I really wanted to, I got it, he was doing it from Chicago and with a lot of Chicago people. And that's really where I started my career. And I met this fabulous person there who was very influential in my life. His name was Brian Lasser. And Brian and I met at a restaurant called Lawrence of Oregano's. I know, yeah. And they did singing waiters and waitresses. And I did not get hired as a waitress because I had no skill or no experience. So I got hired as a hostess. And I met Brian and we worked together for 16 years. And he was a brilliant arranger and songwriter and just a really great friend. So I wanted to do, it just reminded me doing the show with all the Chicagoans about my time in Chicago with Brian. So I wanted to do some stuff that was about Brian today. Now this first song is really a Carole King song, so it's not written by Brian, but it's how Brian always made me feel this way. Brian always made me feel like I was not alone. And so I want to start this off with this song. When you're down and troubled and you need some love and care, and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there. You've got a friend. If the sky above you grows dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind begins to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud, and soon I'll be there knocking on your door. Just call up my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there. Now ain't it good to know that you've got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you and desert you and take your soul if you let them, but don't you let them, don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see You've got a friend. You've got a friend. Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? What a spectacular song that is. So Brian Lasser, we worked together, like I said, for 16 years, and he did a lot of great arrangements for me. Some were not so great, but those aren't the ones I do these days. I do the really great ones. And this arrangement, believe it or not, was done for me back in 1979. We had just moved to New York about a year earlier and needed an opener to play down at a place called the Ballroom, which was down in Soho at the time. And what an amazing place that was. You had the stage. For cabarets, the stages are usually less than optimal. And this stage was kind of in the corner. The restaurant was that way. The kitchen was right in front of you, and there was nothing to your left. So basically, but the stage faced this way. So you kind of were left, all the lights were coming this way. So the advice that we got from the people who ran the room was, just don't sing to the kitchen. So you kind of did an awful lot of this around the corner. But this was one of the arrangements he did for me a long time ago, and I still love it. What a day this has been, what a rare mood I'm in. Why, it's almost like being in love, with a smile on my face for the whole human race. Why, it's almost like being in love. All the music of life seems to be like a bell that is ringing for me. And from the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I could swear I was falling. I would swear I was falling. It's almost like being in love. Maybe the sun gave me the power, but I could swim Loch Lomond and be home in half an hour. Maybe the air gave me the drive, but I'm all aglow and alive. Why, it's almost like being in love. Why, it's almost like being in love. All the music of life seems to be like a bell that is ringing for me. And from the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I could swear I was falling. I would swear I was falling. It's almost like being in love. Yay! Well, that is an oldie but a goodie. I love that arrangement. It's so freaking happy. And we didn't always do happy. We, oh, God, my hair is getting so boofy. It's getting long. I have to go get it cut, but I don't know what to do with it. So you'll just have to bear with it. But that arrangement just makes me so happy. Oh, thanks. Oh, no kidding. Well, it's a perfect spring arrangement. And, oh, thanks. Thank you, Carolyn. Thanks. Thank you all. All right, so Brian and I work together. Now, the good thing I've always said about working with Brian is that I got to do original things. The way I phrase it is I got to sing songs that had never been recorded by Barbra Streisand, which is true. And those are the original songs. The bad thing about working with a songwriter is that he did not hesitate in the least writing about things that were going on in my life. Now, some of them are good, some of them are not so good. But this was a song that he wrote because I had fallen in love with this bartender at one of the places we were working. And, you know, I got dumped. And so Brian wrote, you know, about the potential of meeting somebody new. So this is by Brian Lasser. I made a new friend. I made a new friend. I think he's a real prince. It's been years since I made a new friend. He walked through the door. Well, more like he tripped. I don't think it hit before he hit the floor, but something just slipped. I helped him up to the table and helped him into a chair. He smiled and asked, was I able to sit with him there? He started to talk. I started to grin. And as we both rattled on, I knew what was about to begin. I knew when he asked why the night had to end. I'd made a new friend. I made a new friend. I made a new friend. I heard him laugh when he called me. He called the very next day. I asked him, why are you laughing? And I heard him say, I made a new friend. And I asked him who. I let out an audible sigh of relief when he answered me, you. And I felt a lifetime of broken dreams mend, and somehow I feel no longer afraid, 'cause I made a new friend. Now this next song, oh, I'm so glad. I love this song. I love this song. Donald Smith always used to say that this was his favorite song. If any of you know who Donald Smith is, he started the Mabel Mercer Foundation and always, you know, started the cabaret conventions and stuff like that. And he always said this was his favorite Brian Lasser's song. This next song actually is kind of odd because it's Brian at the piano. Now, he died in 92, and I didn't have a lot of him playing the piano without me singing. Our first CD, Not So Simply Broadway, you know, was Brian and me, and I didn't have those tracks, and certainly the technology was not there to separate, and so Um, my husband, Paul Rolnick, genius in the studio, may I say, he found this track that was Brian playing an arrangement for somebody else. I guess he had done this arrangement for somebody I think it was for their parents' wedding anniversary. And Paul, genius person in the studio, lifted off her vocal and gave me this track of Brian playing. This was just maybe 5-6 years ago. It took me a long time to work up the courage to sing it with Brian because I didn't want to be sad about it. And it is actually now on our last CD. And I love knowing that this is that sweet man at the piano, the man who meant so much to me. So this is one of his arrangements, not for me, for someone else, but this is Brian at the piano. No, that is not it. That was wrong. Okay, I'm going to start this again. All right. The more I read the papers, the less I comprehend the world and all its capers, and how it all will end. Nothing seems to be lasting, but that isn't our affair. We've got something permanent. I mean, in the way we care. It's very clear our love is here to stay, not for a year He was pretty amazing. Listen, I'm lucky I knew him, but I also now work with some really great people. For the past, well, since 91, 92, I've been working with Christopher Denny, who's played everything else on this except for that one. And I feel very blessed to work with him, my director, Barry Kleinbort, my husband, Paul Rolnick, and also the fabulous Ruby Lochner, my producer. She is amazing. And I feel very blessed and fortunate. Speaking of all those people, you know, I know we're all going to start getting back to work, hopefully sooner than later. Hope you're getting your vaccines. If you can, get them if you can. I've already had my 2. And, but if you can, you know, I like to pass it on to these people. If I'm out of work, you know, they're kind of out of work too with certain things. Although, listen, we're all making our way to survive, aren't we? So if you can make a virtual tip, that would be great. If you can't, not a problem. I'm just happy you're here. But if you can, you know, toss a few dollars in. If you can toss in a lot of dollars, that's also good. And if I have anything left over, I make a donation to the Actors Fund. Although I was thinking this week, I might make a donation to Covenant House if I have something left over. It's such a fabulous organization. I've done a couple of their sleepouts and they're amazing. Yes, if you can, on Venmo or PayPal, we will accept your cash. We will accept it graciously and say thank you so much for keeping us alive during this. This next song was written by Brian when this is one of his songs. Now, thank you, Richard. I love this song because it meant so much to Brian. When Brian found out, he died of AIDS, and when he found out he had AIDS, he became very, I guess it was kind of common at the time. He was ashamed of being sick, didn't want to talk about it with anybody. He wouldn't let me tell anyone, which, you know, that's a lot of pressure for a friendship, but I honored it. After about 1.5 years of his being sick a lot, and I think coming to terms with it, he wrote this next song. This was done toward the end of his life, but he had really come to terms with his life and his illness and what the future held for him. And so he wrote this song, which is written by Brian Lasser. I haven't got time to sit and wait for love to come along. I haven't got time to contemplate if what I'm doing's wrong. I haven't got time to change my ways, to sit around and count the days till happiness rears its scarce little head. I'd rather sing a song instead. I haven't got time to figure out just what or who's to blame. And is it a crime to finally shout, I like me the way I came? I haven't got time for singing the blues, imagining me in somebody's shoes. I know I'm alone, so what else is new? I got me something better to do. Who says life is just to be shared with one man? Why not try to be something no one else can? I haven't got time to rate myself by others that I see. I haven't got time to hate myself for who I'll never be. I haven't got time to blame myself the part that's left for me. I haven't got time for self-made pain. Why try to excuse what I can't explain? I love and I lose, I sing and I win. So let my entrance music begin. To hell with the things I fret on. I got me some hope I'll bet on. I gotta get up and get on with my climb. And as for negativity, I haven't got time. Wow, truer words were never spoken, right? I haven't got time. Ah, thank you. Thanks, Larry. Thank you so much. I'm so glad. Thank you. Oh, you know, Brian was a very special guy. Thanks, Fred. Thank you all for coming every week. You know, it means a lot. Otherwise, it's very lonely. I just want to say thank you again. Please enjoy your spring. Oh, my Lord. Enjoy this newfound weather we're having. Please get your vaccines. Please continue wearing a mask. We're not through it yet. We still have some miles to go before the end of the road. And I want you here when I'm finally back in a nightclub that I can say, you know, we need you to show up and you will be there. I really look forward to that day when I get a chance to see you all in person and hug you. I'm a hugger. And say thank you and, you know, and sing to you in person. I want to thank the gorgeous Ruby, and I want to thank Chris and Barry and my husband Paul for always getting me through this week. I wanted to say hello to a couple people, actually. Peter Boggio, and I've known Peter, for a while. He and his wife, Anna, and their son, Jamie. Peter brought Jamie to see me a long time ago, and now Jamie is a very successful and very handsome and very grown-up actor in London. And Peter said that they were going to try to do this with Jamie. And if they did, fantastic. And if not, just please give Jamie my love and tell him I'm watching for him all the time on television. I love the British shows, so I'm watching for him. And the other one is, I wanted to say hello to my nephew, Robbie Borland. Last week when I'm saying hello to every relative I have, the one I forget is my teenage nephew, Robert Borland. And I adore this kid. He's smart and funny and brilliant and tall and handsome. So I want to say hello to him. Also want to say hello to my little great nephews and niece, Lincoln, Maya, and Mac, who show up every week. And also my sister Kathy and her husband Tom, all you people who watch. Listen, my whole family, when they tune in, it's very lovely. My sister Kim, it's just very nice. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for supporting live music, even though it's virtual live music. And I look forward to our paths crossing sometime soon. This next song he wrote, I think this one, I'm not quite sure when he wrote this one, but I think it's perfect for now, and especially as we get closer and closer to seeing each other in person again. Oh, thank you. You know, honestly, Monica, this is really important because we're getting very close. Getting very close. So, I know, let's be optimistic, let's be safe, but let's be optimistic. And I will see you next. Well, we may have to change the show, so it may not be next Thursday, but I will let you know. We will let you know what's going to happen next Thursday. All right? Take care. And this is for you, this next song, written by Brian Lasser. with Sean Harkness on the guitar. There will be better days, there will be brighter lights, and even better ways to deal with lonely nights. With every broken heart, another chance to start. There will be better days. There will be other springs and even bluer skies. 'Cause every new day brings a special new surprise. With every tear that falls, another morning calls. There will be better days. Though it seems that all is lost and hope has gone astray, keep your dreams at any cost. Love will find its way. There will be someone new who'll let me live again, and he'll know what to do to help me give again. And when the fear has passed and love is here at last, there will be better days. Now there's only rain in sight and darkness at your door. Wait a while, and you just might find there's something more.